What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Zero to Hero. I know it's been a little while since the last one, but we got probably one of the most important ones to date today. Since the last episode, I did like 5 or 6 hours of grinding just to finish out getting to level 30 and getting through all those story missions. So I have all the agent missions done, all the legendary contracts are unlocked. So I did all that off screen though. I didn't really have anything useful to say or any useful tips in those, so I just figured I would do that all off screen. Um, I did stream all of them though, so if you really do want to see it, they're all on my Twitch. There's like 6 hours of VODs all in order on there. I just figured I would spare YouTube because this is more of tips and tricks, and especially for the end game, which is kind of what we're finally starting to get into. So the reason why this one is so important is because, as you can see, today's legendary mission, at least at the time of recording, is Dear Diary. And Dear Diary, at least for getting your gear up, is probably one of the fastest and best ways to do it. Now, it has to be the legendary mission version because only the legendary missions have the chest at the end of them. And in an ideal world, you're also doing it on Grandmaster 3. So if you're a very low power level, you might need some help from a friend, or you kind of get at least to a level where you can just get through the mission no matter how long it takes you, and then you can just farm the chest at the end using the method I'm going to show you. The crazy thing about Dear Diary is it's also not just loot. You also get tons of sentinel reputation from doing this, and also every time you open the chest, it counts as completing a mission. So you can swap to different gear pieces, and that'll get you closer to the gear challenges for Legendary Freelancer. Because to get all the challenges for Legendary Freelancer, you need to basically use each gear item in the game for 4 missions. So you can just equip it and then basically go through 4 chest rotations, and that'll count. So this is also really useful for that as well. I'm actually going to do all 4 javelins today, basically just getting as much gear for all 4 as I can. I'm really going to maximize the day. And so you see I started around 500 power, so let's see what I end up on, at least a storm.
Dear Diary, just for an early game account, it's probably the most important thing you can do to get your power level up and get the gear you want, at least to get your build started, and then obviously component grind comes from crystals. So like you see right now, kind of trying to start an ultimate build, but you see I've got a lot of masterwork components. I don't exactly have all the gear I want. So, getting up to power 80, this is the best thing I can do in the meantime. And then, of course, so this one only has to improve from 841 to 60. The Storm has to go from basically power 300, right, 275. And that's with 2 legendary weapons. So basically, that's what today is going to be getting as many of my builds as I can up to 960. So you see Colossus basically has nothing too. Colossus, though, I do have the advantage. I did make sure. Well, I got a Venom Storm randomly from the crystal chest, but I did make sure to go in the shop and purchase a single Solvent Green for coin, because you want to have one of these. So at least my Colossus has some gear. So it'll basically be all about getting these guys upgraded. And then, of course, putting all the components on him. But I'm not going to do all that yet because I'm going to first do it on Ranger. Ranger, to me, is the most important one. For me, it's my main on my main account. And I see it as the most versatile of the 4, just, for seasonal usage. So, but yeah, Dear Diary today, this is basically what I'm going to grind now that I'm level 30. I was waiting for this legendary mission to come back around, and you'll see why. I literally logged on in my half an hour before work. Like, it's 8:30 in the morning right now. So you can tell this is obviously pretty important, at least to me, for getting this process leveled up. And it's probably like what most people should wait for and or look for once they hit level 30 and they're trying to get power up. This is the best way by a country mile. Yeah, today is how I'm going to get all 4 of my javelins as close to 960 as possible with at least a halfway decent build. I also started this at 8:30 in the morning because I'm hoping I won't matchmake with anybody at a time like this, at least on the East Coast. Okay, this is going to be hard. Because you definitely want to do it on GM3 if you can. If you got to do it on a lower GM, that's okay, but it's just all the gear is going to be power level 75, and so that's not ideal because you're not going to keep any of it, but it'll help you get through GM3. In an ideal world, you'd also have a friend with you that's doing the glitch at the same time, because they would help you make it a lot easier. Alright, so, not gonna lie, at 841 power, that sucked. Took way too long. It was doable. There was one death, but it took way too long. But now, the key to this, so the way this works and the reason why this is so good is because once you open this chest, you can basically leave the game and then come back and you can keep collecting the chest and earning the loot. So the way you're supposed to leave is you go to settings, quit game, exit to main menu once you've opened the chest, and you have to do it within the 10-second timer of the chest. So you see I open it, and you don't need to collect anything. You can just let it all go there. It'll automatically collect any masterworks and legendaries. Basically then, when it gives you this notice that you have an existing session, do you want to rejoin? You hit OK. You join it back again, and then it'll put you back in. Now, before loading back in here, I didn't collect any masterworks during the mission. So if I got a masterwork or a legendary from the chest, you'll see it in my loot pool. So you see, it loads you back in at this point. So you have to keep listening to that guy say, I'm warning you! But you'll get another chest. And so you see all the purples and blues are left behind there, but I got 2 masterworks. So, it's not perfect, you're not going to get a legendary every time. But the chest gives you a pretty good shot. So literally, open it, back up. So you see 2 more masterworks. And you gotta kind of do it fast. So yeah, each reset takes a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, depending on what console you're running or if you're on PC. Ideally, PC would have the fast load times. Either that or a next-gen console. I don't know which one would have faster load times, but yeah. See all the loot left behind? I'm not going to pick those up on purpose. So you try and kind of get the chest without touching them. And then back up. Okay, no Lego. But yeah, now that you're at this point of actually doing the chest glitch, it seems kind of slow right now, but the loot will come a lot faster. You're just basically giving yourself a chance at a legendary every 2 minutes instead of, every other chest location which you would have to go through a whole mission or part of a stronghold. I've done like 5 or 6 resets and haven't gotten a Lego, which is very atypical. I would consider that unlucky by Dear Diary standards. Okay, try not to pick them up. And I picked one up. Well, there you go. There's a Lego. So you see, I don't even need to go and pick it up. I can just leave it. So okay, that legendary I got last time, see it's right there. So it automatically picks it up. Try not to touch anything. There you go, another one. Alright, YouTube, I got a mouthful of toothpaste, but this happens sometimes. Where the screen gets stuck. Yeah, okay, alright. So the screen gets stuck sometimes like this, you just gotta quit the game. You just gotta... And there we go. So you see, after I quit the game and came back, it lets me rejoin. You guys are assholes, by the way. It's definitely not a toothbrush. Fuck out of here. Yours doesn't make any sound, yeah, because it's a manual toothbrush. Mine's a freaking, it's an electric one. Shit, I picked up a purple. I'm definitely coming back in the afternoon and continuing to do this, but I'll probably do it on the other javelins. Like if you guys are joining, then I'll bring like the Storm and Colossus. Because I think for Ranger I could fully do it myself if I have to. So obviously you'll get more rewards and the returns will be nicer if you do this for longer. Okay. So you see now if I want to finish it, I just don't quit. I just let the mission timer run out. Also just gave me an achievement for Sentinel Reputation, so I don't know if this is also like a rep glitch at the same time. Jabo, please correct me if I'm wrong and I'll put text in the video. But like, I don't know if you noticed, my rep just kept going up and up and up. Yeah, you're right, I should have. I should have picked up the purples, yeah. So that XP is also not real, that I know, but I don't know if the rep is real. Ha 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 ha! Finally! There we go. And that's just kind of whatever, but I'll keep it, but there we go. It's a meh roll. It's got weapon damage on it, but support recharge is also pretty decent. No armor though, but you know, we'll live with it. And I'll keep this 250 weapon damage. Just because at this point nothing that I have can kill anything, so. But yeah, Fire Prime. That's the beauty of this, is ignites the target. Check if it actually stuck. If I leveled up my Sentinel rep, then that means it worked. So let me see. Challenges, factions. Yeah, it started Champion of Tarsus. Actual opening of the chest gives you some RP. Yeah, so you see, I went from like, because the last Sentinel challenge is 3,000. Right, yeah, it's 3,000. I was at like 2,500 before I started this. So that finished off the Sentinel loyalty. Arcanist and Freelancer you can get from seasonals, like, you know, way faster in Tyrant Mine and Heart of Rage. And then Sentinels you can get from this. So that's actually kind of interesting. That's a good way to get Champion of Tarsus pretty quickly. So we'll see by the end of the day how much it worked.
Okay, so now this is later in the same day after I got back home from work, doing Storm this time. So obviously I brought Tib because my Storm is a lot weaker than Ranger at this point. So let's see how it goes.
Okay. Okay. So what, you're gonna... Oh my god, I forgot I'm weak! Ah! I'm hiding. I almost died. Where's the battery? I can't find it. Oh my god, that's right. I can't find it. You took it! If you want to do the honors. So you're just gonna quit, right? Okay, so you gotta basically like just close the game completely. Ooh, 2 legendaries and a masterwork! Yay! My Storm's gonna get leveled up. My Storm's gonna get leveled up.
So yeah, now I'm just going to start speed running through some of the loot because it's definitely some of the stuff I was talking about on stream were very off topic, and zero context for the little clips is, you know, immaculate.
Oh, well that's just wasteful. Imagine we do it, no, like if we did it in Sunken Cell and then we convinced everyone that we found mini-boss.
Come on, let's finish this.
Oh, also, by the way, yeah, Champion of Tarsus, yeah, this is definitely This is definitely a glitch for Champion of Tarsus, dude. I'm already at I'm already at 1,000. I started at 0 for Sentinel progress. So Arcanist, you could do Tyrant Mind. Freelancer, you could do Heart of Rage, and then Sentinel, you could do this. You don't even need to do Sunken Cell and Temple. It just takes a lot of. I would disagree about time. I think it just takes resources. It's resources for sure. Like, I have 150,000 coin right now. If I just put all that into Radiant Fortress, I would get a roll that's suitable for a storm. You could also just do the chest. Damn, this thing is paying out. Holy shit, I got like 4 or 5 legendaries in a row. Well, maybe that's the point of this account too, is to kind of say, how many hours do you need to put in to get usable enough rolls to participate actively in the end game? I don't know, like maybe just say like if I'm playing more efficiently and all that kind of stuff, like what would I need to get to the point of my other account?
Don't tell me that's talent.
No, just a worm. He won't be a problem.
Yeah, but like I don't know if those 30 days were done in the most efficient way possible. I mean, I don't think they were.
He won't be a problem.
No, I know, I don't. I think I'm actually gonna skip pretty much until I'm level 30. It's yeah, I'm doing too much. I was saying that I. Wow, so this is how many legendaries. So I have 4, I have 8, 9. I have 9 legendaries and then like 5 rows of masterworks. And it's 629. It's a secret? Ooh. Teeb! Okay, I think I hit loot limit. I'm just gonna let it finish. Yeah, I hit loot limit. Because it literally only gave me embers from the chest. It was very strange. I know, that's... Yeah, usually you should be able to, but it only gave me embers. So I was like... Ugh. Yeah, and just from doing that, I got like 2,000 rep for Sentinels, so... It's pretty solid. And let's see, this is the total haul. Okay. Oh, it's Papa Pump. Okay, I thought it was a Rolling Garnish for a second. Dang. Okay. That's pretty decent. Gear charges, gear recharge on an Anthem's Grace. Okay. Gear damage, jab on a Searing Blast. Okay. Token of Daring with mag size thruster cooldown. Okay. No binary star. Womp womp. Yeah, that is true. So the Rawlers I got, well, I got a binary star as a masterwork, and it's got gear charges, so I'm gonna keep that for now. Yeah, I mean I got that Rawlers that I use all the time from Dear Diary. I remember that. I'm also gonna keep a Mark of Ruin that's a masterwork, just because it's Mark of Ruin, you know. Oh, did I not get an... I didn't get an RB. Oh, shit, I should have kept something. Oh, whoopsies.
Okay, so now it's Colossus's turn. I'm definitely gonna speedrun this one, basically to show you the loot at this point.
Ooh, this is nice. An elemental rage with weapon damage, armor, support recharge, mag size. I'll keep that. And a 375 Truth of Tarsus? I guess I'll keep that, because it's kind of funny. Oh, that's hilarious, actually. Then I got a surging shield with combo blast. So sure, I'll take that. And an ablative shielding with double ult speed. Interesting. Yeah, I won't. Nah, I mean it's interceptor. I'm gonna have to sit in the corner because Colossus at least was kind of tanky, and Venom Storm did good damage. Interceptor in this state is just not gonna do a whole lot.
And the game kicked me out after quite a few attempts. But yeah, I don't have a loot screen for Interceptor. So this is what the Interceptor build looks like after those runs. So I ended up doing a couple more runs on Storm and Ranger, so you can see my loot for those right here. But yeah, overall it was a pretty productive day. I mean, these were my final builds here. So Storm ended up at 903, pretty good components. Colossus, same thing. Just because it's 3 Masterworks left, I had 884 on Interceptor and 884 on Ranger. So I went from 400, 500 power to that. So it was a pretty good day. So yeah, Dear Diary is a very powerful way for you guys to farm, and I just wanted to share that, and that's going to be a very critical part of this series early on. So I want to say thank you guys for watching, for sticking with this series. It's been dragging out a little bit, but these kind of things are hard. Anthem really does take a lot of time, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.